Greetings. Here is the Scosche kit for the 2010 through 2012 Camaros. I had the Metra kit and decided to go with the Scosche kit instead, just because I thought it looked a little bit better. I like the touchscreen controls. Looks more like stock, or what a stock should look like. Fits pretty well around the edges. It's pretty snug in there. One thing I did have trouble with, a couple things, but one thing was getting the head unit to fit right. Inside here, it was, see if you can see up here, is a little bit more of a gap up here. You can't really see it as you can in person with the lights on, but it's a little snugger down below. Again, you probably can't see that when you get a flashlight. It's pretty tight down there. The unit does open and close, but I was having trouble getting it to fit right. I had to screw the brackets on and off a few times and bend the brackets at the top to make sure that they would that it fit in there properly and this would open and close. But overall it looks pretty good. One problem I did have, another one, was down here. This is actually a two-piece unit, and this, as I was screwing it in to back here, separated a bit. It feels a little bit flimsy too, because it's such a long piece and it's connected to such a sturdy base. This piece here is just glued together on the side. There's a screw at the bottom, well, two of them actually, that screw the two pieces together from the base, but this side, if you look in there, is just like melted plastic or glued together. The other side looks a little worse. See if you can see that. It does look a little bit more separated. So I'm a little disappointed that there wasn't a stronger piece holding those two together, that they didn't put a little bit more time and effort into that. But that was a problem I had. The last problem I had was I was kind of excited to just get it installed. So instead of following all the directions and reading the directions and making sure I did it right, one of the things that it tells you have to do is get in your car, turn the key off, make sure everything's off, and then wait 5 minutes before you plug the 20-pin and 10-pin connectors into this unit. So you have to wait 5 minutes with the car off so it falls asleep before you plug it into here to make sure that everything's reset and it connects up properly. The only problem I've had so far that I've noticed in it not working was the steering wheel controls. These don't work yet. I might not have done something right, or maybe I have to go through the settings or something like that. I haven't really gone through these at all yet, but you need to remember to do that so that you can get everything working right. Maybe that's it right there. Aftermarket radio type, Alpine. Alright, let's go back. Maybe this will make it work. Maybe I'm figuring it out as we do it. Let's see. Yep, that was it. Got to remember to set the radio type. Great. So, learning together. Happy about that. Let's see, we change songs. Yep, song up, great. Steering wheel controls now work. So, it doesn't look like you really need to do that, but just a note, follow the directions, you probably won't have any problems. Let's look at it boot up. I'm going to turn it off and turn it back on. You hear the chimes? Those chimes actually come from the unit itself. You can feel the speaker vibrating in here. It sounds a little cheap, but I'm just glad to have the chimes. Backup sensors worked before with the Metra kit. I couldn't get the backup sensors to work. I might have done something wrong with those too, but the backup sensors and the chimes and the blinkers, hazards, everything clicks through a speaker that's in this unit itself. Probably could have been a little bit better speaker to sound a little bit crisper, but I'm just nitpicking there. To change where the air blows, let's see if I get a good shot at that. you just touch the little guy here, you can hear the motor change where the air is directed. I never really noticed that before. Maybe I was always listening to the music, but just with it completely silent right now, I can hear that. But you just touch that there, change heat, warmer and cooler. If you want to go warmer, you see that blue bar, it starts to disappear, goes up to the middle, and then the red bar starts to appear, so you know where middle is, just regular, probably untreated air, and all the way cool. You can actually hear something moving back there. Max AC, heated seats. Haven't played with those much yet. It's still a little warm. Southern California today, so I haven't played with those. But everything seems to be working. AC was working. Everything is working well. So overall, I'm pretty happy with the unit, besides the couple of things that I said which were wrong, which were the gap in here. It's kind of put together a little shoddy. Getting this to fit right into the unit took a little time. And then remembering to plug the thing in correctly, but it doesn't look like that affected anything. Maybe everything was asleep when I did it and there wasn't any problem and everything turned on okay. Seems like it did. But other than that, pretty happy with the kit. It looks pretty good. I'll keep playing with it. I'll let you know if I have any more problems with it. But otherwise, I'm pretty happy with the way it looks and the way it turned out. Let me pan back here. One more thing. I do have the gauges. I have the 2SS RS, so I get the gauges. I'm literally right at my face, and you can see the gauges. I have a bit 1, so that's what that volume control DSP is. I put it there. I put it over the battery gauge because I just thought that was the least important one, at least for my purposes. Oil pressure, temperature, and transmission temperature are clearly visible, no problem. So that's the kit right there. Let me know if you have any questions. Good luck installing it if you're coming up soon. Take care, guys.